Amanal Petros is a 30-year-old German distance runner of Eritrean heritage. He is one of Germany's greatest distance runners in recent history. He is a world marathon silver medalist from the 2025 World Championships. He is an athlete who competes at the highest level of international distance running and consistently delivers breakthrough performances. Petros made history in 2025 when he ran the marathon in 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 3 seconds. That time earned him a silver medal at the World Championships and established him as one of the fastest marathoners in the world. He has represented Germany at multiple World Championships and European Championships. He has won medals for his country. He has been a symbol of German distance running excellence. The 2026 season had been building towards something special for Petros. He had spent winter months training at high altitude in Kenya, preparing his body for the marathon season ahead. This is a common strategy for elite distance runners. The high-altitude training builds aerobic capacity and strengthens the cardiovascular system. When returning to sea level, runners experience a boost in performance that lasts several weeks. The Generali Berlin Half Marathon in March was a perfect tune-up race before the London Marathon in April. Berlin is known as one of the fastest half-marathon courses in the world. The course is flat and designed for quick times. The competition is elite. For Petros, Berlin was the platform to test his fitness and sharpen his form heading into his main 2026 marathon campaign. The 2026 edition of the Generali Berlin Half Marathon was the 45th running of the event. It drew tens of thousands of runners from 135 different countries. The elite field featured 8 runners with personal bests under 1 hour. This was a record for the race. The competition level was exceptionally high. Amanal Petros arrived in Berlin with specific goals. Pre-race, he had mentioned aiming for a time around 59 minutes. The weather forecast called for cold conditions, which would make sub-59 times difficult. He had trained brilliantly in Kenya and had the fitness to run fast, but the cold would be a factor. The question was whether Petros could break his own German record on a challenging morning. The men's race featured elite Kenyan runners at the front. Andrea Kiptu and Dennis Kipkemoy were setting a blistering pace. Multiple other strong competitors were also in the mix. Dominic Lobalu from South Sudan, Etienne Dagenos from France, Michael Temoy and other Kenyans pushing the pace early. Petros understood his position. He was not the favorite. He was not the fastest on paper, but he had something the others did not: experience, mental toughness, and a training block in Kenya that had prepared him for exactly this moment. As the race unfolded, Petros settled into his race plan. He would sit back, run his own race, and see where he could make his move in the final kilometers. The race began with a fast pace. The Kenyan runners and other competitors set a rapid tempo through the early kilometers. Petros ran conservatively, sitting in the chase group, not at the front. This is the intelligent way to run a half marathon. Let the others lead. Stay close. Conserve energy. Strike when it matters most. Around the 10-kilometer mark, the gaps had already started to form. The leading group was pulling away. Temoy had fallen back. Kiptu and Kipkemoy were running together at the front with a small gap forming behind them. Lobalu was holding on, but struggling. Petros came through slightly behind the absolute leaders, but still in position to move up. Between kilometers 10 and 15, the race fractured. The pace remained high, but only a few runners could maintain it. Temoy dropped off completely. Lobalu began to lose contact. The gap between the leaders and the chase group was widening. Petros was running well, but he was not in the lead group. He was in third position on the road, but the leaders were pulling away. For a moment, it seemed like Petros' record attempt was slipping away. The leaders were too fast. The pace was relentless. But Petros is a world championship mentality runner. He does not accept defeat easily. He does not surrender when gaps open. He fights. And as the final kilometers approached, Petros began to launch his move. In the final 5 kilometers, Amanal Petros delivered one of the most impressive performances of the day. While Kiptu and Kipkemoy were battling at the front with their famous moment of sportsmanship, Petros was making up ground behind them. He was closing the gap. He was running hard. He was desperate to achieve something historic. The physical demands were immense. Petros's legs must have been heavy from the effort. His lungs must have been burning from the pace. But he pushed. He dug deeper. He found reserves of strength when the race was on the line. Dominic Lobalu from South Sudan was ahead of Petros, running in 4th place. Lobalu had been a strong competitor all day, running 59 minutes and 23 seconds, but Petros was faster in these final kilometers. Petros was stronger when it mattered most. He caught Lobalu. He passed him. He moved into 3rd place. As Petros approached the Brandenburg Gate finish line, he knew what he had done. The time was going to be fast. The German record was going to fall. 9 seconds faster than his previous record of 59 minutes and 31 seconds. 9 seconds improvement over a 21-kilometer race is a massive margin. It speaks to tactical perfection and elite fitness. Petros crossed the line in 59 minutes and 22 seconds. German record. 4th on the European all-time list. A historic performance achieved through discipline and preparation. What made Petros's performance particularly impressive was the training advantage he had gained in Kenya. Elite distance runners spend months at high altitude, developing their aerobic capacity at extreme levels. When they return to sea level, they experience a performance boost that can last several weeks. This is scientifically proven, and why many elite runners train in Kenya during winter months. Petros had been training in Kenya in the months before Berlin, running long sessions at altitude and building his fitness to an exceptional level. He had trained with other elite runners who pushed him daily and prepared his body and mind for exactly this kind of challenge, racing hard on a difficult day where mental toughness makes the difference. When Petros spoke after the race, he gave credit to his preparation. He thanked Puma, his apparel sponsor, and explained that everything he had done in Kenya had paid off in Berlin. The training block, the sacrifice, the dedication, it all culminated in this German record performance. This is the future of German distance running. Elite German marathoners and half marathoners will continue to train at altitude in Kenya, develop their fitness at extreme levels, and return to Europe ready to compete at the highest level. Petros has shown this path works. His Berlin performance proves it. Amanal Petros is a marathon runner first and foremost. The half marathon in Berlin was never his main goal for 2026. The London Marathon in April is the race that matters. The 59:22 in Berlin is a stepping stone that demonstrates elite fitness and proves his Kenya training block worked. Marathon running demands physical toughness, mental resilience, perfect pacing, and flawless execution. Petros has already proven he can run marathons at the elite level. His 2 hours, 4 minutes, 3 seconds time and World Championship silver medal prove this.